ऑन दिस साइड, आप दोनों एक टीम में आ जाओ. व्हाट, हाँ, और आप बाकी इकड़े इस टीम में 5 लोग चाहिए. 1 2 3 4 5. हाँ, आप इधर रहो. ठीक है, तो आपका 2 सिनेरियो हो गया. चल के लगे. हाँ, तो 2 जरा यू हैव सीन द 2 scenarios. One is CRF, one is VM and VT. Okay, now this is the third scenario. In this scenario, I am going to give you a history. Okay, you are the observers now, and these 5 people are the one who are going to act. Okay, one of you be a team leader. Okay, you are a team leader. Okay, who will be team leader amongst you? कौन होगा? ठीक है, तुम हो गए. ठीक है, यू आर टीम लीडर. So now I am going to give you a case scenario. Okay, this DKV is not here. You should tell somebody to bring. There is a case scenario in which there is one person, okay, who is 60 years male and who is known case of chronic kidney disease. Now he has developed oliguria. His urine output is less than 500 ml for last 2 days. He is admitted and he is now developed probably acute kidney injury over the stable CKD, so it is decompensated CKD. Now he was been asked to put a central line. Central line attempt was done, but it was failed, so they could not insert a central line. 1 hour passed now. He is in the ward, and suddenly the patient collapses in front of him. Okay, so how will you act? 5 are here in front of the patient. I am an observer. You should come. You should decide among yourself what to do, and you should try to save the patient. Yes, come. You should. The team leader should be loud enough so that everyone will listen. Everyone will hear what instructions you are giving. Yes. What things are you are going to check? This patient is collapsed in front of you.
Check the thermometers and level of
check the concentration level.
Leah.
Get the defibrillator and call for help.
No kind.
Activate the code brother.
Board 6 to code book.
Share pulse, sir? No, start the share.
There is no pulse.
इसका code activate किया क्या?
आपने AED लेके आए. You should ask somebody to bring AED.
Connect the monitor. Check the device.
There is a good chest rise. Yes. Yes, the ECG was taken prior to patient arrest. 1 hour back the ECG was taken, and then this ECG is showing like this. Okay, you continue this here now. Yes, you are the code team. One person is giving chest compression, one person is outgoing, one person has connected the
Mr. BSL check किया है क्या?
ठीक है.
BSL is one time.
ABG
Check you.
ठीक है.
ABG में PH ABG आप लोगों ने लिया है अभी. ओके, अभी ये when you are doing compression there is no role of ABG. रिजर्व आने के बाद ABG का रोल है. ठीक है, चलो.
defibrillator connect किया है.
All you are connected the leads, so why you are connecting defibrillator now? You are looking at the rhythm now. Yes.
Put there.
You put it back. आप क्या करना है अभी? आप लोगों ने CPR क्यों रुका है? What is the reason for stopping the CPR? कोई मेडिकेशन देना है क्या आपको?
Check the rhythm.
अभी ये रिदम दिखा रहा है, there is no pulse. दिखा है क्या मेरे चाहिए?
एक्सेस है ना ऑलरेडी.
हाँ लिया नहीं है अभी एक्सेस पे भी आप ले रहे हैं. कितना देना है वो बोल रहे हैं आप? क्लियर इंस्ट्रक्शन.
Continue CPR. Brother, keep ventilation. Ventilation. Start CPR. Brother, ventilation continue.
2 minutes are over. 5 cycles, 2 minutes over.
Check the pulse, sir.
This is the rhythm.
Okay, start again.
No pulse.
Start again CPR. with adrenaline.
Yes, 2 minutes are over now. 5 cycles are over. Okay, you continue CPR. 5 cycles are over. And now
Give ventilation. Brother, give ventilation.
yeah, 5 cycles are over now. Now check.
Check the pulse. Check the pulse. Okay. Pulse is there.
Is the pulse pulsable? Pulse है? ठीक है. Pulse है. So what we will do? Now you are asked what things you should ask for?
Breathing pattern ठीक है ना?
ECG.
ECG.
उससे पहले what will you do? You should try to secure the airway. This is the ECG, which shows tall tubules. What you will ask for apart from ECG? What you were telling that time? Okay, ABG is this. It shows pH of 7.1, potassium of 7.6, and bicarbonate is 11.3 with that background history of EKL CKD. So what may be the cause of arrest that you should think always?
Hyperkalemia.
Yes. So what will you do?
Correct. Sir, bicarbonate ready करो और potassium correction.
क्या क्या देना है potassium correction?
Calcium sulfonate in 100 ml, 10 minutes over in 100 ml 1 apple, and deconify with the 80 ml over 30 minutes. Keep follow. And soda bicarbonate 200.
The expert help has arrived. Expert help has intubated already. Okay. Now you are going. उसके बाद आप लोगों ने potassium correction दी है. What is the next step? What is the next step? Potassium correction is temporizing measure. What definitive treatment patient requires? पेशेंट को डेफिनेटिव ट्रीटमेंट क्या लगेगा? पेशेंट को डायलिसिस लगेगा ना? डायलिसिस में ऐसे बोल रहा है डायलिसिस के लिए मशीन ऑन करो. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे we will end the scenario. So you just take the observer to tell what are the mistakes were been done by the team. क्या बोल सकते हैं क्या? One mistake. What are the mistakes which are done? Yes. आपको क्या लग रहा है टीम में? How the thing should have corrected? पहले जैसे ठीक है, when we check for the team leader's performance, we should check whether team leader has taken the correct charge of the situation. Okay, then team leader has checked whether the person who is giving compressions, whether he is giving the correct compressions, what are the rate, depth of compression, the position, where exactly the location where he is giving compression. Okay, at the center of the chest, 100 to 120 chest compressions per minute should be the range. Depth should be in adult 5 to 6 centimeters. Okay, and minimum interruptions. So when you were given the call for help, okay, when you had got call for help and she has brought the defib, you had given the other person instruction to bring the defibrillator. When she has brought the defibrillator, you should continue the chest compression when she is attaching the leads. What mistake was done is when we are attaching the leads, the chest compression we are stopped. Only there are two conditions where chest compression should be stopped. One is when you are checking for the rhythm. Another thing is when you are intubating, when you are inserting the tube. These are only two conditions where you should stop. While attaching the lead, you should not stop the chest compression. That was the mistake which was done, right? And then once she has brought the defibrillator which is attached, it was assisted, it was no pulse, CPR continued correctly. Then every 2 minutes when you are doing, there should be changeover. The person who is giving the ambu or the breath should go for chest compression, and the person who was giving chest compression should go for breath. Team leader should keep a watch on this. And then it was delayed to ask for getting an intracan. Okay, after first cycle, by the time you start second cycle, IV line should be in, and then you should give medication as correctly you said epinephrine. But only giving epinephrine is not going to solve the purpose. 1 milligram epinephrine should be given. Along with that, you should give 10 to 20 ml of normal saline flush, and you should elevate the limb. Then only the drug will reach the central circulation where it is going to act. So when the team leader asks you to do 1 milligram you should tell 1 milligram adrenaline bolus given, followed by 20 ml of normal saline given, and limb elevated, so that it will be a closed loop communication. The team leader has told you to do something, you are telling and you are doing, and once you complete, you have reaffirm that you have completed this thing, so that this becomes a closed loop communication, and you will realize that all the team leaders, all the team members will realize what things are happening, what is the drug given. Okay. Suppose if there is some mistake and if somebody picks it up, then as sir told you, there should be a graded assertiveness to rectify that mistakes. Either it may be done by a team leader or it may be done by a team member. Okay. Then in the background, the one person who is giving the breaths, okay, the person who is giving the ventilator, we check whether how he is opening the airway, whether his proper C&E technique is following. Okay, how much is the breath he is giving, how much is the volume he is giving, whether there is adequate chest rise, what is the compression to breath ratio, how much should be compression to breath ratio? 30:2 for adult, right? Then one breath should be given for 1 second. Okay, how much should be the rate, how much volume you give, around how much when you are giving, what is the capacity of the self-retaining bag of this ambu? 1500 to 1800 ml, right? So you should compress only 1/3 of it. Why? Because normal tidal volume is 8 to 10 ml per kg. So for a 50 kg it is around 500 ml. Here you are giving the capacity is 1800. So around 1/3 when you press, it is enough for that patient tidal volume to match. Okay. So total 30:2 chest compression should be there. If there is a definitive airway already inserted, that is intubated, if you are not able to maintain the airway, if there is no adequate chest rise, that time to go for a definitive airway. And when you are going for a definitive airway, there should be an expert person available who is trained to intubation, and preferably it should be an anesthetist. Once they intubate, that time when the laryngoscope is inserted to visualize the cord, you should not stop CPR during that time. CPR should be stopped only when, if required, when tube is being inserted. That is the interruption should not be more than 30 seconds during that time. Okay. And once it is inserted, immediately CPR should be implemented. If you are able to maintain the airway with AMBU, there is no any need of intubation. Okay, it will be done only after the ROSC is acute. Okay, return of spontaneous circulation is acute. So if the definitive airway is there, that time you give around 12 to 16 breaths per minute. Okay, one breath every 6 seconds. So around 10 to 12 breaths per minute, one breath every 6 seconds. Okay, that time you should not stop chest compression for giving the ventilation or breaths. Chest compression should continue on its own, breath should continue on its own every 6 seconds. When definitive airway is not inserted, that time every 30 chest compression you should stop for the rescue breaths. Okay, and that time you should see whether airway is maintained and patient is the adequate chest rise is been achieved. Okay, then the team members' performance, what we assess, we see whether team member use correct instructions, whether there is a closed loop communication, what we are told. Okay, when you are connecting the leads, you should have said that you should continue the CPR which you did not continue. Okay, when you check for the responsiveness, okay, you should feel for the breath. Okay, you should look for the chest rise. There is no pulse, so you started immediately the CPR. Okay, then once the rhythm has come back, you should ask for ABG and ECG, which was correctly asked, right? So what the ECG showed cardios, right? And you ask for the ABG. ABG, what did it show? It showed the hyperkalemia. So you started potassium correction, right? Because this in the background of your mind while CPR ongoing, you should search for the causes. What may be the probable cause? From the history itself, you know that it may be a hyperkalemia, or because it was a failed attempt of central line, it may be a pneumothorax also. Okay, but because there was a chest rise, and then you know that there was a equal air entry on both the sides. Okay, so unlikely there may be any pneumothorax. So the next probable cause you say is hyperkalemia, and it was confirmed. Okay, and then you gave the potassium correction with the GI drip, that is 25% dextrose with insulin, and you gave the calcium gluconate 10 ml in 100 ml NS slowly over a period of 10 minutes, and then you gave soda bicarbonate around 100 cc. But while that time the definitive airway has been achieved, then you should ask for the dialysis machine to start, because the definitive treatment here should be a dialysis, right? So this completes your treatment, your scenario. Okay, so each and every team member's performance is important. The team leader should not directly involved in giving chest compression or rescue breaths unless and until there are lack of people. He should guide the other team members, and he should check whether everything is done correctly. And then what is graded assertiveness is, you should know whether everything is done it correctly. If a team member thinks that there is something mistake, you should have a graded assertiveness. No, I think this should be done like this. Okay, are you sure you are doing this correctly? Okay, and then gradually you should escalate if you feel that is not correct. Okay, and all the communication should be a closed loop. Okay, so these all things are very important when you are giving the CPR, or when if you want to achieve a positive outcome, right? Okay, right. Okay, so now next team will come. You will stop here, you will stand here, the next team will come here. Yes, now already handouts are been given to you. Now there is a person who is met with a who had a history of fall and who had a left tibia fracture. Okay, who has a tibia fracture, history of fall. Okay, and then what happens is that he was posted for a surgery, tibia fixation. Operation was done 2 days back. The dressing is there already in the limb, lower limb, and the patient was bedridden post-op. Okay, 2 days bed operation was done, and suddenly you find that the patient is collapsed in your ward. You are a team leader now. You are team members. You find this patient is collapsed with that history of post-op patient 2 days prior tibial fixation was done. Okay, and patient is unresponsive. So how will you act? If you want any information about the patient while you are doing, I will give you. Yes, start. You 4 members are there. You are the team leader. You should instruct the team members. Yes.
Age of the patient?
This patient is a 50-year-old male patient.
Any comorbidities?
Patient doesn't have any comorbidity. You should start now.
Check for responsiveness.
There should be a clear instruction.
What are the monitors?
There is no monitor at present. You should. Okay.
Check for pulse.
You should remember what are the sequence. You should remember the sequence. You should give the instruction to other team members also.
Bed number 18.
One person should go for code view activation. One person should go for to bring the AED or defibrillation. One person should bring the AED. How is you just check how is he putting the
Secure line. Take BSL. Start reloading.
120.
Start reloading.
You have got the AED now. The AED machine has arrived.
Attend the monitors. Take the 20 ECG. This might be some.
There is no pulse. There is no yet not pulses. This patient is CPR is ongoing. The machine is near.
Start the machine.
You should switch on it.
No.
Is there? Are you going? Are you going to stop the CPR?
No. Attend the lead. Put on lead. Check it. Attend the leads. You start an operation. Someone attend.
Leads are there already. So other patterns required. Where the leads are there. We were holding the mask.
Leave the chin.
Yes. 5 cycles are over. 30 chest numbers followed by 2 rescuers, 5 cycles are over. This is the rhythm. You check that. This is the rhythm. There is a flat line. There is a flat line. Okay, there is some artifact. Okay, but otherwise this is the rhythm. 0 pulse, flat line, and yes. Is there any medication is required? Any medication required to be given?
Yes.
Whenever I will be given. Hypermode connection.
Yes. Continue CPR.
You are continuing the CPR. This is only for short term. Otherwise, it is more about that. Now, after 5 minutes are over, now this is the rhythm. Look at the rhythm. Look at the rhythm. Is there pulse? Is there a pulse? How much time we should take? You should remember. Is there a pulse? Are you able to feel the pulse? Just see whether you are able to feel the pulse. Is there pulse? So what you should do? What is the rhythm there? Is this a shortable rhythm? 80 pulse it is showing, but there is no pulse. This is the PEA. Yes. Right parent one. This is the PEA. This is normal sinus rhythm like picture without pulse. No pulse, but this is the rhythm. Yes, now 2 minutes are over. And now still this is the pulse. See whether this is the rhythm. See, is there any pulse now? Are you able to feel the pulse? Okay, so now from the pulse is there. So what are the next things which you should do? Yes. Now with the now you have asked pulse is there, so ROS is achieved. What will you do next?
ECG.
Yes, ECG. You ask for quality decision. Okay, the ECG is here in front of you. This guy. Then the ABG is here. See, you should do what your things. Okay, the team leader asks for ABG. I am showing the ABG. What else things you are going to do? So you should know what may, in the background, you should know what may be the cause of the arrest. Okay? With the history. What else you will do now?
You can ask for USG chest.
With that history, what may be the cause of patient's cardiac arrest?
Pulmonary.
So what? After is patient required a definitive airway now? So you should ask for securing the airway. Then, if you feel the pulse, as you rightly said, then what next thing should be done? What should be your next instruction? Yes. Right. So you ask for a cardiology opinion and then be required as well as required. Okay, here the scenario ends. There are a lot of mistakes are done. Yes. The other team, can you just point out what are the mistakes which have been done in this during this scenario?
Vishwanath, after they finish now, check all their skills.
Yes.
Compressions, breaths, see that there's chest rise. Let them demonstrate defibrillation safe. After they demonstrate, then you can do 1 or maybe 2 scenarios.
Yes, yes.
So 1:30 to 2 is the last session
Yes.
where they're going to practice. Okay?
Right.
And then it ends. Here's Halaki, you can end. Ask, sorry.
Right. Yeah. So the other team member, what are the mistakes which you pointed out? Even the team, you can tell what are the mistakes which are done. There should be there was not a proper coordination. Yes. Then sequence. See, as you rightly pointed out, that this may be a pulmonary embolism because the history is that patient is a post-op patient. Okay, and another thing is that there was a still patient is not ambulating. You obviously see there is a dressing here. The wound is still there, and then patient collapse. So it may be pulmonary embolism. Okay, now when the team leader arrests, one person should be asked to call for help, call for a code blue team. One person should go for bringing the AED machine. Okay, and one person should start the chest compressions, and then one person should give the ANBU. Okay, now 30 has to do chest compression for 5 cycles should be given. Okay, the depth should be checked. What I had told you in the previous batch. Okay, those are the skills which needed to be checked. Now here, to the asking for a IV line, asking for adrenaline was delayed. And when you ask for adrenaline, you should complete your communication on giving, as I told you, only 1 milligram adrenaline is not going to suffice. 1 milligram adrenaline followed by 20 ml saline and then limb elevation. When you should correctly instruct the team member, and team member after giving that should tell, okay, again, okay, for that I have given 1 milligram adrenaline followed by 20 ml saline flush and a limb elevated. Then only the drug will reach the circulatory center solution, and then your communication loop will close, so that you will know that certainly that these are the things which are done. Otherwise, there may be a communication gap, and that may be a reason for mistake. Okay. Then defibrillation, when you are switching on defibrillation, attaching the leads, it was delayed. When the leads were attached, during the process of attaching the leads, CPR should be continued. It should not be stopped. Then, when the leads are attached, the role of this defibrillator pad is only if the leads are not attached, and if you are able to, when the leads are not there, and if you want to check the rhythm, that time you attach the paddle mode. Otherwise, there is no need of detaching the defibrillator paddles. Okay. Then you did not take on the leads too. Okay. If you don't change the lead, okay, if you put on a paddle mode only and you are attach the lead and you check the rhythm, you won't be able to see the rhythm. Okay, so always check whether you are selected the correct lead. Okay, and then interruption should not be there. Okay, if you interrupt, again there may be a problem. Okay, so should not interrupt the phase compression. Okay, these are the things which you should remember. Then only there will be positive outcome. Then once ROS is achieved, first thing is, if required, definitive airway should be achieved. Then ECG showed kind of S1-2-3 pattern. Okay, history showing suggestive of pulmonary embolism. Then ABG showing some kind of acidosis. Okay, and then you should ask for a cardiology opinion, 2D echo to check for any RV strain, RARV dilatation. Then if the BP is now 100/70 without any support, so you can ask for CTP also. And then if required, thrombolysis. Okay, that will complete your treatment. If the patient is hemodynamically unstable, you need not ask for CTPA. Okay, if the ECG diagnoses the condition. Okay, you can directly go ahead with the thrombolysis. Okay, so these are the things we should remember in this table, assisted PE, right? Sure.